We don't need you to smile. We don't care if you're fake. Being angry's in style. Never give more than you take. With 100 more signs, maybe we could be saved. You would think if we were dying, we would try, but anyway, what do we know? Everything goes right over my head. There's no heroes, all of them I know are broke or dead. Lose the ego, none of us will matter in the end. Are you ready? Are you willing? I can't shake this awful feeling that the bad guys are winning, and I can't fight a supervillain. Lying and we're stealing. I can't shake this awful feeling that the bad guys are winning, and I can't fight a supervillain. We don't care if you're happy, as long as you pay. When you're living in the past, who needs a passion anyway? What do we know? Everything goes right over my head. There's no heroes, all of them I know are broke or dead. Lose the ego, none of us will matter in the end. Are you ready? Are you willing? I can't shake this awful feeling that the bad guys are winning, and I can't fight a supervillain. Lying and we're stealing. I can't shake this awful feeling that the bad guys are winning, and I can't fight a supervillain. Are you ready? Are you willing? I can't shake this awful feeling that the bad guys are winning, and I can't fight a supervillain. Lying and we're stealing. I can't shake this awful feeling that the bad guys are winning, and I can't fight a supervillain. We don't need you to smile. We don't care if you're fake. Being angry's in style. Never give more than you take. With 100 more signs, maybe we could be saved. You would think if we were dying, we would try, but anyway, what do we know? Everything goes right over my head. There's no heroes, all of them I know are broke or dead. Lose the ego, none of us will matter in the end. Are you ready? Are you willing? I can't shake this awful feeling that the bad guys are winning, and I can't fight a supervillain. Lying and we're stealing. I can't shake this awful feeling that the bad guys are winning, and I can't fight a supervillain.
Yep.
Testing 1, 2.
Testing.
Whoa.
Testing.
Testing 1, 2, 3. It's Clone Nick. What's up, everybody? What's up, Hammy?
Wait. You got cloned?
I don't know. Do I?
That's I'm jealous. That's not cool, man. I want a clone. Actually, no, I don't. I take it back. That would mess me up. Hello, everybody. How are you guys? It's funny.
Hear us loud and clear. Awesome.
We test it too, and then we're like, test.
We test our tests.
Well, you know, would you say that we're testy?
I knew that was coming.
I'm the worst, and I hate myself. Anyway, what's up, guys? I hope everybody's doing well. I'm popping up my chat over here. We are here as we have been all year long. This has been really cool to do this so often and to catch up with you guys as often as we've been able to. So we're here to celebrate. Oh, come on, Tav, thank you. You guys don't have to throw money at us. Thank you, though.
Super nice.
Yeah, I promise that's not necessary, but thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Thank you so much. We are here to celebrate the release of Supervillain.
Supervillain.
Supervillain. So thanks for hanging out with us and helping celebrate. Song's fun. I like this one.
Yeah, me too.
Hello, Alex. Hello, everybody's saying hello. There's so many people saying hello. Hello, Jacoba. Hello. Everybody. So many hellos. Hello to all of you as well. And thank you, Dark. We're super happy that you guys have enjoyed the song. I had fun writing it. We had fun recording it. Hello, Solomon. So it's good to see you guys enjoying it and listening to it. And every time we put out a new song and it's out in the world, I think it always makes us pretty happy. So I think I won't speak for Nick, but I'm doing pretty well.
You can speak for me, man. I'm with you. Every time we put out a song, it's like, wow, it's done, it's out there, and people care enough to listen. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun to have that happen. And, God, we have a lot of songs out now. But every time that it happens, like a lot. But every time it happens, it's still a little surreal to me. So it's always fun. So thanks you guys for listening and hanging out, and obviously for being here, and for those of you who are with us on Wednesday for the pre-release, and then come here and maybe hang out with me on Twitch later. So we appreciate all the time you guys spend with us, and we appreciate you being here. Yeah, Alex, I think this is like a pretty good, easy sing-along song. Doesn't like go too nuts, especially the chorus. It's nice to just yell along to. Don't even have to sing.
Yeah.
You can just yell. Just yell. Scream sing it.
Hey, Paradox. Hello, Montana. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you again.
Montana.
Or on the road to Montana, so somewhere in between where you're leaving from and Montana.
Well, enjoy Montana. It's gorgeous up there.
Jacoba getting right down to biz.
I know, just getting right to the crux of it. Yeah, we're actually we took, like, I think we talked about this last time, but we took a little bit of time off. Just have been writing like crazy, so I needed a little bit of a head clearer. But I think this upcoming Monday we're digging right back in. Time to work on more songs. So there is more stuff coming for sure. We are definitely working on new EPs and records or whatever it winds up being. Record, EP.
We're sitting down Monday morning, I believe.
Monday morning, back at it. Back at it. So there will be new stuff coming. So yes, we are thinking about a new record, Jacoba, for sure. Clockwork, I'm glad you're enjoying Mirrors. I think that's one of my favorites off this record. It's hard to pick one single.
I was gonna say, is it your favorite?
I think it might be. It's tough. That's a tough one. Can't pick. Can't decide. So anyway, How are you guys? I hope everybody's doing well. As always, feel free to throw any questions you have in the chat. If you want to ask about the song, you want to ask about lyrics, you want to ask any questions at all, you're more than welcome to. In the meantime, Nick and I will just ramble. So it's up to you.
It's what we do best, man.
Yeah, I'm really good at it. I'm like a filibuster. Tav, yeah, burnout is real. Yeah. Oh, did Yatika said that? Oh, that's Yatika. Oh, hello.
Okay. I thought they were
That makes
quoting
more sense.
somebody else, quoting themselves.
Yeah, burnout is real, man. It's you have to be patient with your creative brain. Because you don't create anything worth creating if you are stressed out or tired, or sometimes you're just going through the motions. So you got to make sure that you take the time to relax and replenish and kind of let the well of creative juices kind of refill, because if you just constantly take from it and you don't put anything back in, it will run dry.
It's a good way to put it. You got to fill it with some experiences and some rest.
Yeah, you need to do it, man. You need to do it. And Solomon, you're crunching some numbers here. So there's 6 songs this is the 6th song. We have 2 more songs actually coming, and these 8 that we've released over the course of this year is going to be our first LP, so our first full-length record. So that'll be the first one that we ever do. That'll have.
Can we spoil the record or no? I feel like I kind of want to spoil.
Oh man.
Should we not?
I don't know.
This is not discussed prior. This is me on a whim. We can wait. We can wait.
Just spoil it?
We don't have to. We don't have to. Maybe we'll wait to the.
We'll spoil it soon.
We'll spoil it soon, yeah. But we have the vinyls, and the vinyl's in the next room over, and it looks so beautiful. I just want to hold it up and show everybody.
It is pretty sick. We're gonna do it, and I bet you it'll wind up getting spoiled in Discord at some point. And Inky, be safe, please. Drive safe. But yeah, so you're gonna hear about it soon anyway, because it's like almost time. It's almost time to announce it, so it will be here very, very soon. And Clockwork, thank you. I'm happy you're enjoying all of this stuff. Yeah, Alex, I think these songs all kind of have like a similar feeling, just like different vibes of it. Like it's this different, a lot of different sides of the same coin, kind of, or different. I'm guessing this analogy would be different sides of the same die, right? An 8-sided die to be accurate. Hit dice if you're a fighter. No, if you're a. I have D8 rogue.
Are you playing a rogue in our campaign?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
And it's stupid overpowered, and I don't understand it. It's really, really broken. Soul Knife is really, really broken. We'll think about the spoil. Okay, we'll keep it on the back burner.
Does the vinyl have art we haven't seen yet? In a way, yes.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes
But
and no.
also, did we mention that there's an Easter egg amongst all the album arts?
No.
Oh, there's an Easter egg amongst all the album arts. I think by the time the last one comes out, you'll have a better picture of what it is.
Do I know what it is? I think I know what it is.
I think you know what it is. Yeah.
You guys will see. It's when you get them all, you'll be able to see like a little bit of a story about and it ties into what all the songs have been about and stuff. So it's a really cool little exercise in terms of trying to find a kind of common thread that like rolls between all the songs and then all the art. So I think it's pretty clever in that way. Pretty clever. Distortion, I'm curious, how do you start pursuing a career in music? Is it better to start young or wait a while? I think you start pursuing a career in music by making music and playing instruments and singing and writing and doing all this stuff. If that's what you want to do in music, obviously, if you want to be a mixer or you want to do mastering or you want to be like an engineer in a studio, you have to practice those skills. But I can say the longer that you have to practice any musical skill, the better off you will be. So the sooner you start, the better. And chances are, if you're really going to have a career in music, you've probably already started. Nick can remember messing around on a guitar when he was like 3, which I don't believe is possible, but he does remember that.
Not 3, like
How old were
maybe
you?
15.
No, I remember you saying like I can remember
Oh,
the
a
first
piano.
one I ever
The
saw.
piano. Yeah.
Yeah, and you were like 3. I'm like, I don't remember anything before I was like.
It wasn't
25.
like 3. It was single digits for sure. And I remember like, oh, stringing notes together makes a melody. I understand this now. Yeah.
Yeah. Nick has a really good memory. But like, if you're gonna really have a career in music, you're gonna be a person that most likely has already been involved. Has already kind of picked stuff up, started working with stuff. And if you're not already like just naturally interested in messing around with musical elements and instruments and such, chances are you're probably not going to have a career.
Can I make a recommendation that probably a lot of people won't do?
Yeah.
And I think I would probably contradict myself maybe from prior things that I've said. I would say that, how would I put this? You spend a lot of time trying to make sure that you're going to be liked as a musician and what you create. And in that process, you realize that there's not much room for your own voice and your own thoughts and opinions and taste in what you create. So you look to external sources to validate, what it is that you're creating. Is this something that you would do? Or you think, what would this person do when they're creating something? Or I watched this YouTube video on exactly how to play guitar in a very specific way. But I think if you try to stay away from that information as much as possible and just trust the journey of you just using your ear and whatever instrument or process that you create, try to stay isolated for a while and just get used to like the way of doing things for yourself. Be innovative. If you don't know how to do something, try and figure it out. Yeah, I would say, it's tough. There's such information at our fingertips all the time, but I can't help but feel that it will destroy the individual. And a lot of times we'll be saying, why isn't this idea that I have working? Because I'm trying to follow the steps that someone else does to do their ideas. Well, it's probably because they're at conflict with each other, and then you might think that your idea or your way is wrong, but there really is no right way. So,
yeah. And I will say that I think I've done myself a lot of disservice over the course of my career by not doing that, by not sticking to what I believe, and by listening to other people and like, kind of following what I think they would tell me to do rather than just doing what I want to do. So, again, establish an identity, experiment with music and all of its different purviews and iterations, permutations. And, if you're not doing that already, then, you have to see how much you're really going to want to do music if you're not already like drawn to doing it all the time to begin with.
Yeah. For me, I think you have a similar experience, Brent. You've actually touched on it before, but for me, music is so many things. Like, it is a conversation with myself. It's a conversation with you guys. It's a conversation with other artists when creating. It's a means to express, to understand yourself. And it's also very meditative for me. It's a place where I can go and exist in a temporal space in my mind and kind of just tune out and like hyper focus, right? Or I forget what philosopher said that, or psychologist said it, where you get to the flow state. Is it Nietzsche? I don't know who it is. Yeah. Getting to that flow state. It's like, that's when I knew like I have to do this because it's when I feel the most comfortable and the most happy, So that's when I knew.
Hell yeah. Um, Jacobo, we did hide a little thingy. You'll see. You guys will catch on. You guys are smart. Hi, Tasia. Um, Nine in human form is the dude in the ghost costume. Hell yeah. Uh,
I mean, it's not a bad theory.
no. Lore for sure. We always want to try to find a good way to do it. It's harder in shorter EPs. It's easier in like a full album cycle than it is with like a 5 song little clip that we have to kind of try to stuff into, you know? It's a little easier when you have a long series to kind of really knock the thing home, and you could be a little bit more subtle about it, you know? Yeah, Solomon, a MIDI keyboard's a good start, and you can get a super cheap one. Like, don't feel like you have to get the best one in the business. Like, you can get anything. You know, I'm playing guitar, trying to learn to play guitar because I don't know how to play guitar. And, I got like a $250 guitar. I didn't go out and buy a Martin, you know? Um, you don't need don't let this like gateway of like, oh, well, I don't have the nicest gear or equipment make you think that like that's what's stopping you from creating. Because I don't know who here likes reggae music. I love reggae music, and they literally recorded all their records on like guitars they made out of cigar boxes and like drums they make out of trash, literally out of garbage that people throw away. And the record, and I love all of it. It's amazing. So yeah, just do it. You know.
It's a good point. Whatever tools you can reach for, use them. Make them
Yeah.
your own. Make it sound good. Figure it out.
And back to you, be innovative. If you have something you need to make a sound of, figure it out. You know. Um. Oh, hi Josh. I'm happy that you're new and welcome. There's not always a song every month. What we've been trying to do is every like 5 or 6 weeks for this year because we had 8 songs and we want to kind of spread them out over the course of the year. And in the music industry, the music world, normally like the first little bit of the year is kind of like a dead zone. Like January, the music industry is still like on vacation from the holidays. Nobody really gets back to work until Groundhog Day. So in terms of us pitching and trying to get the songs on playlists and stuff, we normally don't start releasing songs until February. A little, behind the curtain for you guys there. So normally, and pretty much after Thanksgiving, then everything shuts down again because everybody goes home. And
Yeah.
that's it. So really, you have between like the early February and late January, early February, until about Thanksgiving to put out music in the industry if you want it to have any catch up, any catch on, I should say. So we had 8 songs and worked out every about 5 to 6 months. If we put one out that time frame, then we get pretty much all the content that are related with the songs out for the year before Thanksgiving. That's how the timing works. But if we only had 4 songs, we'd probably spread them out differently. And if we had 11 songs, we'd probably spread them out differently. It really kind of depends on what we get done. And I think we're pretty good about not forcing ourselves to have like a quota, you know? We've always just kind of created as much as we can and as much as we felt motivated to, you know? For sure.
Yep. That's pretty much it. Should you get a MIDI keyboard or a guitar? I mean, I don't know. That's like, should I get pancakes or an omelet for breakfast? It's whatever you feel hungry for. Just
Yeah.
go for it.
I think for me, as somebody who's a little bit less, instrument inclined in terms of chords, I play melodic instruments, but I don't play things with chords. I think I think if you learn piano, it's a pretty good work. Like it kind of trains you across like a number of different instruments. Piano is really kind of theory laid bare right in front of you. So I would normally say piano, but what I will say is something really cool about just being able to pick up a guitar and just play and make a song. So both are great. And ultimately, you should probably learn both if you really want to do it. I don't really know either. I play piano well enough that I could learn stuff that was already been written. It's hard for me to create on pianos. I play everything by ear. I'm not the best technical musician by any stretch. So really what you want to do is figure out what tools are best for you. to get out what you want to get out. Like whatever is in your head that you want to get out into the world, whatever instrument that you think is the best path to doing that, I think is what you should do. There's no set rules. So if you hear something in your head and you're like, I could hear a lot of synthesizer behind it or piano, or if you hear it in your head and you're like, I think I hear guitar behind it. You know, you want to write rock songs, then you know, there's your answer. It's really about like what you think.
I will say, if you just want to look fucking cool, just get a guitar. You're gonna look badass.
Yeah,
there you go.
Just get a guitar and just rip, and you'll just look cool. All the time. Dark. First of all, thank you for your comment earlier. It was very, very nice. I was reading, catching up while Nick was talking. Were you guys motivated by other music creators? I'm weird. I'm not. In fact, most of the time, other creators kind of make me feel bad about myself. I get very like jealous and very like, oh man, how come they have that and I don't? I'm very like competitive in that manner. So a lot of times, other musicians kind of make me feel lesser. A lot of times, even people who are my friends, like, I want that tour. I want that. I'm very like spoiled bratty that way. I think Nick, you're motivated by other creators.
Initially, you know, just as a listener, you start finding stuff that you really fucking like, and you start going, well, for me, I'm always like trying to figure out how something came to be, right? And what am I capable of right now? And what is capable in terms of the art that I really appreciate, and like what does it take to get from where I am to where they left? And I think really it became more of a general thing than it was one specific artist. You know, when I was younger, you know, I had my bands and producers that I really looked up to, but that became emulation and less innovation, exploration, kind of like how I was saying before. I kind of got in this trap of that. But now it's just a general sense, like it's almost like, now I really think about it, it's how can 8 Graves do better than the last time, right? Like what haven't we done? What did we do that we liked? And where's the gap? Where's the next thing? Where's the next space that we can fill? With our words, Brent's words, our creativity, our artistry, and you know, what's it going to take to get there? And yeah, I'm actually really excited about this next album because I have no idea what it's going to be. And yeah, each time we sit down, it's just going to be like, yeah, that sounds rad. Let's do it.
Yeah. We've really moved into the like just impulsive, what feels good area. And that's what I like. Okay, I'm glad you're still working on your story and stuff. That's awesome. And it's cool, always cool when what we create aligns with a lot of the stuff that you guys create. I always think that that's so cool. I love that. Yeah, Jacoba, Pluto is another type of animal. I don't know. There's very few people on Earth that could do what he does. He's literally 1 in a million. That's impossible. Nico, a MIDI keyboard is a keyboard that you plug into a computer and basically it controls software that gives it a bunch of different sounds. So instead of just like the Casio keyboard that has like the sound banks on it and you can choose a sound, it would control plugins that you have in a software on your computer that you can use it with different sounds. That's all it really is. Or it basically becomes a controller for software. Omelets are delicious. Dark, you should try one, especially ham and cheese, my fave. Or Southwestern. I love a good Southwestern omelet. Reading down. Yeah, Clockwork. I saw that earlier. Who was saying that? Distortion was saying that people are saying tabs are cheating. I couldn't agree with Clockwork more. There's no cheating when it comes to making music. I don't know if you guys, follow stuff like this. Maybe I see it because I pay attention to a lot of music stuff, obviously. But everybody knows that one really super famous Gorillaz song. I forget what it's called. Is that
Clint
Clint
Eastwood.
Eastwood?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy, feeling glad I got sunshine, right? Like, and they did a video. A video went viral on like TikTok a while ago where literally they bought like a keyboard. Nick, you know which keyboard it is, right?
It's the digital harp thing. Yeah.
Right. And
Or the Omni harp or something. Yeah.
that's what it's called. And it has like literally, the keyboards that you had where a kid that you could play like samba or bossa nova, and it would just be like beep beep
Yeah.
beep
Use
beep.
the Rock One preset.
The Rock One preset is boom 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 boom. Like literally, they got the song from a preset on a keyboard.
Even the fill, the bam
Yeah,
bam
bah,
bam
bah,
bam
bah,
bam. Yeah.
and that song is sick, and no one cares. No one cares. However you come up with an idea, however you learn, however you create, as long as people love it, like it doesn't matter. Bro, blue box mac and cheese is cheating when it comes to cooking, right? You put the powder, you stir it. It's delicious. I'm sorry, it's awesome. If you don't like Kraft macaroni and cheese, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's the easiest, weirdest, dumbest form of cooking. But like, I have friends that are chefs that are good chefs who are like, it's so delicious.
Guitar tabs are the macaroni and cheese of the cooking world.
They're the Kraft macaroni and cheese of guitar playing.
What I also want to talk about the guitar tabs real quick is it's just another human on the internet who says this is what I think it looks like, and they're using like Notepad to put dashes and O's and ones. When you really think about it, it's the sound or the riff isn't just the notes being played on time. It's the pocket. It's the way that your hand moves across the fret. How hard are you pressing it? What articulations are you giving it? What guitar are you using?
Are you muting strings? Are you?
Yeah, there's so much nuance to it that if you just want to figure out what that note is, because a lot of times you listen to a recording, you're like, there's this weird harmonization happening that sounds dope between the guitar and the bass, and it kind of like masks exactly what might be being hit at a certain moment, and you go,
Yeah.
oh, okay, well, it's actually this fret, and now you got it.
That's a
cares?
really good point. That's a really good point. That's like saying like if I made a really delicious pasta dish and like you wanted to know how I cooked it and I was like, "Well, I did boil water." And you're like, "Well, you're cheating. You told everyone that you boiled water." It's like that's like step 1, dude. There's so many little tiny things that go into it after that. So if getting the first step is cheating, then I don't know what's not. I don't know what isn't cheating.
I'm hungry now.
Dude, I want to eat so bad. I had protein waffles for breakfast. Great.
Sick.
No, they were actually pretty good, but I had like 4 little mini.
Wait, you got the Kodiak? What do you buy? Or the
Oh, no,
Kodak?
we made our own mix because
Oh, sick.
my girlfriend bought a waffle maker that makes little tiny waffles with like ghosts and pumpkins and bats on them.
Cute.
So we had Halloween mini waffles for breakfast in July, and they were delicious. So
Breakfast in
I'm-
July. Love it.
Why not? And Clockwork, yes, pursue your musical journey. That's it. Find your way, through and make it happen. That's all there is to it. Yes, it is just Nico. It's just us two making the music. And then we had Dwight along for the last 18 songs. So he had obviously some stamp and some input as well, and he's awesome. So. Okay, this is a good question. Being angry's in style, is this how you feel about the mass entertainment industry? Okay, it's more about the entertainment industry. It's honestly, it's I think about everyone. It's about the way that we behave now. I think about politicians. I think about videos on TikTok of people in stores screaming bloody murder over nothing, or everybody protesting. And not, again, some of these are good, some of these are bad. Obviously, protest your ass off. There's a lot of stuff that we need to fix. Grab a sign, paint on it. Let's do it. But I think just right now, everybody is like really, really angry. And what I'm speaking to in that first verse, we don't need you to smile. We don't care if you're fake. Being angry is in style. Always give more than you take. Obviously, I don't believe any of those things. I always think that you should give more than than you get back. Like, you should always be trying to um, do those things. But what I'm really speaking to is I just think like the values that are kind of big in our culture now. Um, you know, lie about your life on social media, pretend to be happy if you're not. Uh, you know, fake outrage about everything, right? Whether it's the Little Mermaid movie or it's now the Barbie movie. Now everybody's pissed off about the Barbie movie. I don't understand how you could even manage to get mad about the Barbie movie because it's the Barbie movie. But that's another conversation. Um, I just think like as a culture and as a people, we're devolving in terms of our level of kindness, our level of commitment to each other, our feelings of community, uh, our trust in each other. Um, and I think that that's being whittled away a lot. And I think part of the reason it's being whittled away is because of the supervillains, the people in question, the very very rich and very very powerful people at the very top of our power structures. Uh, Whether it's somebody like Donald Trump, right, that goes on TV and is just constantly mean and condescending and awful, or it's our 24-hour cable news networks that just scream about how everything is terrible all the time and everything is dangerous and everything is awful and everybody should have a gun and just be prepared to kill each other at any time because everybody's dangerous, right? So there's a lot of cultural impact that is handed down from people at the top of our power structures. Um, and I think that is what I'm talking about. There is the anger and the hatred and the otherism, right? Like now, we got to have a 2 month debate about whether or not a trans person is allowed to be on a beer can. Like, who cares? Um, so it's just that kind of stuff is what I'm talking about. That whole anger and rage and just all this BS hate and like the temperature is way too hot and it's being made that way kind of like on purpose, and it's done to separate people because again, people in power. We've all seen A Bug's Life, right? Everybody here seen A Bug's Life?
I have.
Right, so that's the grasshoppers, right? Then that's the grasshoppers and ants. I know there's ant. No, it's definitely Bug's Life because the ants one I don't like because the ants creep me out. It's Bug's Life. So yeah, Nico just said it right. Divide and conquer. It's just as long as we can create pockets of others and we can convince you that like, hey, your neighbor, that dude that wore a dress one time, he wants to bang your kids for sure. It's like, okay, well, cool. Now I hate my neighbor, right? And obviously that's not the case at all. But it's handed down from people in power because, again, like Nico said, divide and conquer. If we can create small groups of otherism, then it kind of divides us. And that is something that's done specifically with purpose by people who are rich and powerful, because if we band together, we might get some of their money and a couple of their heads. Just looking back on historical Russian Revolution and French Revolution, and when people become class conscious, excuse me, rich people tend to die, and I think that that's why they're making sure that we stay as separated as humanly possible.
Jeez. Well
Jealous
said,
of
though.
jealous of everybody eating lunch. By the way, your boy is starving. Okay, I'm glad that you had a beat on it because I did. I try to be pretty like on the money about what I'm saying here. And Hector, you're right. Doom gets the clicks, man, and proliferates the fear and the hate, and And like Dark is saying, in reality, our world is way safer than it's ever been. Um, but they certainly don't like to make it seem that way. Yeah. Also, I just played Final Fantasy 16, as we were talking about, Nick, and there's a super strong kind of anti-capitalist, anti-establishment message in that game too. So play Final Fantasy 16. It's really
Oh, no
great.
shit. That's cool.
Yeah. There's like everybody who is born with the ability to use magic is basically, like they're like the fear-mongered against class. So they use them as like slaves. They use them to do like menial tasks, and using magic like eventually kills you. So they're like literally like, oh, light all the fires in my castle, person with fire magic, and like over time it kills them. But they make them do it under threat of violence and death. Yes, Moonlight, guillotine. Not figuratively, guys. Figuratively, we're gonna get like banned from YouTube. Ta-da! Well, Dark, we're happy that the music could help, calm you down. And I had that a lot too. I actually got in trouble a lot in college, particularly because we had a lot of kids that didn't really want to be in school, but they were there because their parents made them be there. And they wasted a lot of people's time. It was pretty frustrating. And Yatika, I played Divinity actually. It's a good example of it. We're not gonna do a French Revolution, and we couldn't anymore because there's like motion sensing machine gun turrets that didn't exist at that point in time.
I think Xandra actually made a nice observation about the song where it's weirdly inspiring in a way. The line, I can't fight a supervillain, makes me think I want to be defiant, and in my own way, I'll fight my supervillains. And I think that's what, no matter how hopeless, Brent, I think that you try to make a song, there is this little glimmer of hope that there is to latch onto. And in this like anthemic way, I think it's a really nice observation. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that that's kind of the point of the chorus is, right? It's, are you ready? Are you willing? Because I can't do it. And it's not that I can't do it, it's I can't do it by myself, right? So it's like the call, like you said, Nick, on Wednesday, I think your word was really, the way that you put it was a call to action.
Yep.
Like, are you ready? Are you willing? Because I got this really bad feeling that the bad guys are winning and I can't fight them by myself, right? Like I need your help. So it is a little bit of it's supposed to be like things are looking pretty grim, but if we kind of work together and we break down some of that stuff that we were talking about, that otherism and that separation, that divide and conquer, if we recognize that and refuse to accept it and we band together as, what I can say very clearly is that rich and powerful people, I think it's really interesting that somebody like Caitlyn Jenner, for instance, who's a trans person, can get on Fox News and they can say we should make laws restricting the lives of trans people. Because it's not about trans people, it's about rich people versus poor people. They don't care that Caitlyn Jenner is trans because she's rich. She is in the in group because she has money, right? And what you realize when you look at, like Clarence Thomas, all these rich people that are giving him money to influence his decisions on the Supreme Court don't care that he's black because he's rich and he's powerful. And what we don't realize is, later, Inky, thanks for hanging out for a little, friend. What we don't realize is there is only one status that matters more than your race or your sexual preference or the color of your skin or where you live in the country. There's only one thing that matters to these people more than that, and it's whether or not you have money. And when we start to get on the same page as them, where we don't separate ourselves because of those reasons, and we realize that what we need more is class solidarity, right? We need to like band together.
Solidarity for sure.
Solidarity, class solidarity is the way out of this. And there's, you see it all the time, like some poor dude in Alabama who's burning tires for heat is like, "Oh, I'm poor because of Mexican people." It's like, dude, no, you're not. You work for a trucking company that makes, $130 million a year, and they pay you $20K, or they pay you $45,000. That's why you're poor, right? It's not. So there's these messages that of racism, of xenophobia, of homophobia, of transphobia, of all these things that are just made to blame each other. And if we can get past that stuff, we can, move on, and we can fight it. But it's all about that, it's all about that, getting past the messaging and the fear that they tell us to feel for each other. And, recognize we're all on the same team, man, and we got to protect each other, and we got to take care of each other. We got to teach each other skills, and, find ways to help each other cope and survive. And, that's what it's all about, man. It's helping each other, Yeah, Dark, that's a big thing too, right? All the gender studies, pay gap between men and women, all that stuff, right? And, all those little things are all part of issues that sometimes we get separated on, a big thing for me has always been, trying to help people and vote and act and speak with a conscience. Again, I'm straight, white dude. Nobody's coming to take anything from me. I'm good. I say it all the time. Nobody's coming to take anything from me. Nothing. But I speak to this stuff because I think it's important to help other folks, particularly in our community, right, who are women, who are of an underrepresented ethnic group, who are queer, who are trans, who are whatever it happens to be. So there's a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about, they're not coming for me. Ain't no signs, about how straight white dudes want to hurt your kid. It's not, it doesn't happen. But, I recognize, who my actual brothers and sisters are in terms of who's part of my fight. And it's not necessarily people that look like me. It's people that live like me, people that struggle like me. And I think that's what we're missing here a little bit. So it's important. It's important, guys. You gotta stick up for each other, fight for each other, and that's what this song is about. Because again, the second verse, we don't care if you're happy as long as you pay. As long as they're getting money out of us, they're not going to change things. They're not going to make it better for us. So we're going to have to do it for ourselves. We're going to have to fight for ourselves.
That's very, very true.
And good luck making money. Woo! Must be nice, dude. Must be nice.
Someone asked earlier, what's it like making music in different states? Different states of mind? No, I'm just kidding. How do you feel about it, Brent? I feel fine because we eventually we're in the same state eventually at certain points in the process.
It'll be different this time because we won't be meeting up in Texas, right? So either I'll be coming there or you'll be coming here, one or the other.
Yep.
And we'll have that time. But it's not too hard. I of course preferred when we were closer because half the time that Nick and I got together to make music, we'd be going out and grabbing food
and shit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like half of the time is making music and half of the time is goofing off and just hanging out. And obviously I miss hanging out with Nick as much as we can't hang out really. Because Nick's one of my best buds. But it's still music wise, I think it's really cool and convenient, and we're able to kind of get up, and it's better now. Nick and I are in a D&D campaign, so we hang out at least Tuesday nights most weeks, And so we still get to see each other and hang and talk. Nick and I text each other all day every day, so it's not that big, not that much different. I gotta say, I feel like I see Nick more than my friends who live. My buddy Julian lives right there, and I feel like I talk to and see Nick more than I see Julian and stuff. So,
Yeah,
it's
but
not.
we make it work, you know?
Oh yeah, dude, it hasn't really changed.
No,
That much.
not really. I mean, even if we were in the same state, I'd still be sending you
That's it.
Dropbox links, and
Yeah.
likewise.
And when it was time to track, we'd get in a room.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
So it's really
that's just our
nothing.
process, you know.
The only difference is now, instead of like we get together on, oh, we'll get together Wednesday and we'll track this song, and then I'll come over next Monday and we'll track that song, and instead it's gonna be like, okay, we got to carve out, a couple weeks or whatever to do all the tracking.
Which I like better anyway. So
Me too. I think it creates consistent vocal performances, which I dig. I like it. And these 8 songs on this record, the vocals all have like the same vibe, which is the tricky thing about singing. Is I always say, if you sing 365 days a year, you're gonna get 10 days where your voice is perfect. You're gonna get like 50 days where your voice sucks, and then those other 300 days are gonna be some level of trying to figure it out. I think it's gonna be some level of trying to figure out what's screwed up with your voice on a given day. So it's
you're totally correct. That's why we benefit from that process for sure. We stay in the same headspace and we envelop ourselves with the process, which is dope. But who made the album art? It's actually Alec Hank. He goes by Anti-Sleep Syndrome. You can look up both of those on the internet and you'll see them. There you go.
I forgot. Somebody asked. I think Greeny asked what I'm going to stream later. I think I'm actually going to play Deltarune because I know you guys have been wanting to do it, and I've been wanting to do it, and it was free because it's only chapter 1 and 2, so the demo is free. So I'll be playing Deltarune.
I do also want to mention that we still have 20% off on the merch store. And I see orders still coming in every day. People taking advantage of that. I think y'all should probably get it while you can. So I'm going to post a link.
Cool. Thank you, Dark. I appreciate that, friend. It's always nice to have the support. And Yatigi, yeah, D&D is a legitimate way to socialize. Are you kidding me? I have my big D&D live game coming up in October, and I can't wait. It's like a big party. We all hang out. There's snacks. There's drinks. We sleep over. It's really fun. So I'm excited for it. So yes, you are correct. Yeah, Yatiga, that's still in there. I think we still have more of those. I have to actually look
what the stock is. Yeah.
Yeah, I have not checked. For all I know, nothing is in stock. Excuse me, I can't clear my throat. But yeah, so check the sale too, and I think even like the vinyl, like even like the Everyday Oblivion vinyl is on sale. So like everything is on sale.
Dude, the bundle is on sale. You get a Phantom hoodie skull tee plus the hoodie and a pin set for 20% off. So you're saving $20
off everything.
That's it.
That's
plus you're already saving because it's a bundle in the first place.
It's funny, like when I want stuff, I buy it myself. I don't feel right taking it like just because we could just email them and be like, can you send us some of our stuff? I'm like,
yeah, it looks like for the hoodie, it's just large and double XL. Let me see.
Yeah, I want to get some of those pins, Hector, and Moonlight. I don't have them.
I know the hoodie is all sizes. The shirt is just large and 2XL. FYI, for the Phantom skull.
And the hoodies are awesome. They're independent trading co.
Dude, the hoodies are so dope. It's the same hoodie as Everyday Oblivion, and that independent cut is just super nice. I love it.
Ooh, later, Dark. Thanks for hanging. Oh, NYCC is coming. Comic-Con's coming. No, guys, no stress. Again, just like we said when I think Yatika sent us money at the beginning of the thing. No, you never have to apologize for not having money. Believe us, we don't have money either. We totally get it. So don't stress it. Just wanted to let you know if in the event, sometimes like I'm like, I'm gonna buy something and I'm like, nah. And then like it'll go on sale. And I'll be like, all right, now I'll buy it, you know. I will never stop you. I appreciate it. I don't know. I just saw all those videos from that anime con and it was like nightmarish. I don't know did anybody see those videos? Like,
Oh, it's insane.
dude,
I've experienced something similar to that before. I went to Halloween one year at Webster Hall, and it was like
oh
an absolute
no.
fire hazard. Like I climbed stuff on the side of the wall to get over people's head to exit the building. It was so bad.
This was in a massive convention
Oh yeah,
center.
no, they totally, yeah, they were at like 800% capacity.
It was crazy, dude. It was like somebody fell down and like they had like the girl who was making the video, whose costume was amazing by the way, was like the only way that we got out of there was because somebody had a panic attack and like went on the ground hyperventilating, and when the EMTs came together, they like followed the EMTs out of the crowd. That was like the only way they could get out. I was like, that is terrifying.
Absolutely horrible.
Oceans. There you go. You gotta dress for the job, dude. Dress for the job. I'm into it.
Wait, Hammy, you got an everyday
No
Oblivion. What
way.
the? Huh?
Oh, now you're in trouble.
What?
You are in trouble. What is super chat? We have an option for people to give us $100.
I think I remember enabling that earlier this year, but
Oh, I'm turning that off. That's too much money.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Come on.
That's incredible.
You're in trouble, young lady. This one even came and got tattooed by me, and now she's sending
Oh,
me money
really?
on YouTube. That's too much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, but you're in big trouble.
Well, Brent's
Brent's
coming for you.
And I'm giving you a bunch of free stuff. You're gonna earn that. I'm gonna earn that $99. Plague. Yeah, conventions and stuff like that, I feel like have gotten like really, 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 really crazy. Like they're just not concerned about the experience at all. They're like, all right, well, how many could we get away with? It's like when they overbook planes and stuff. I'm like, this is insane. Not nuts. Just too nuts. Not good. Jacobo, you got to send us a picture. You got to tag us. We want to see. So cool. It's so crazy that people do that. That's what K got. K got a little 9. That's cool.
Wait, is that the first 9 you've tatted or what?
I've done like a handful now.
Oh, okay, cool.
I've probably done like, I don't know, 8 or 9 or 10 of them.
Do we have a picture somewhere that I could see of that particular tattoo? I'd love to see it.
I think there's one on my Instagram actually. I posted.
Sick. I'll check it out.
I did
That's
one
awesome.
I did one on Dave Daniel actually. He wanted one, and then I did one on
That's sick.
my clients Cody and Dylan, and I did one on Kay. I've done a couple.
I love that the ghost was just a little thing that
grew.
Yeah, like Wei Jerry Chen, the original artist, when he made our first design, he kind of just added that to the side of the graphic, and we were like, wait a second, that thing is cool.
Remember, it had a cross on it initially, and then
right.
I was like, I want a face on it. And he was
yeah, we were like, don't make it religious.
Actually, I didn't even say I want a face on it. I said I just don't want it to be religious. And then he
right.
put a face.
Then he added that dope, like, dude, it's so cool. I still want, at some point, I want it so that it's just the face. No grave circle around it, just the face. In That's that same, perspective where it's slightly slanted and facing in a certain direction, like on a shirt. I just want that.
Yeah, that would be cool. I like that idea, actually. It's a good idea. Reiterating that K is in big trouble. Big trouble. Big trouble. Because I don't know how to say thank you enough. So that's what I'm going to say in place of that is just big trouble. That's my my response for thank you, because I'm so blown away by that. Yeah, anybody, by the way, anybody who wants to get tattooed by me, Alex has been tattooed by me, Kay's been tattooed by me. You could just, email me, make an appointment, and come get tattooed. That simple. That's the thing you can do. So anybody who wants, done deal. Yeah, big W for Kay. Thank you again. And there we go, guys. So we're rounding out the hour here. It's 1:55. So of course, if you have Finland. Bale, that's giving me big Diablo vibes here. Yeah, Tasia got tattooed by me too. That's right. I forgot Tasia was here too. Tasia got tattooed by me.
That's awesome.
So yeah, really, really cool. That's funny. Thank you, Bale, for sharing, and Bale giving me big Diablo vibes with one of who's the Lord of Lies is Bale. One of the 7 Lords
Diablo
of Hell.
1, right? It was 1 or 2?
I think 2. Bale's in 2.
Oh, 2.
I think, or 3. Well, I think he's in 3 too. I don't know.
Oh,
he's
really? I know he was
DLC
DLC for one of the original ones.
He's one of the Lords of Hell. It's Bale and Mephisto, and pretty fun. Tasia's just hanging out in the background. We appreciate you, friend. But yeah, so again, thanks for hanging out with us. You guys are awesome. Big shout out to Yatika and to Kay for the donations. Thank you. That was very, very kind of you. And again, not necessary, so we really appreciate it. I'm going to be streaming in 2 hours on our Twitch channel. Like I said, I'm going to play some Deltarune. I looked up that chapter 1 is about 3 hours long because I was like, oh, well, it's only the demo. It's only chapter 1 and 2. What if I blow through it? And then what do I do? And, this guy, yeah. I was like, well, then what do I do if I run out of time? And it turned out that the chapter 1 alone is like long enough for a stream, pretty much. Yes, you can go eat, Nico. Everybody go eat. So
I'm hungry too.
I'm starving. This is so bad, but I want a hot dog so bad.
You should get a hot dog, dude.
So gross, but I want one so bad. I don't know why. I've had a craving for a hot dog for like 3 days. So we'll see you on Twitch in 2 hours. And thank you for hanging with us, for listening to the song, for sharing it with your friends. Like Bale said, we really appreciate it. You guys are the absolute best. It's been so great hanging out with you every couple weeks here this year. I feel like we've gotten even closer, and yes, you're in trouble, Kay. Big trouble. We've gotten even closer with you guys. I feel like I know you guys even more, and that's always like such a blessing. We're so thankful for all of you, for your kindness, for your support, for your time, for your energy, and for your positivity, and for some of you, your money. Big trouble. So thank you, and we'll be seeing you on Twitch here in 2 hours, and then we'll be seeing you for another one of these in a couple weeks, and in the interim, we'll see you on Discord and hang, and keep listening to Supervillain, keep sharing it, and more.
Add it to your playlist too.
Add it to your playlist. A lot of people on YouTube comment they've added it to their playlist, so thank you. Okay, and mac and cheese, Kraft mac and cheese is gross too, Alex. I just eat them both because I don't care, cause dumpster.
Cause dumpster.
Cause dumpster. And more importantly than listening and sharing it and adding it to your playlist is go out there and live it a little bit. Fight for each other, protect each other, stand up for each other. It's important, and look out for each other, support each other. We need that, okay? So if you take anything away, that's what I want you to take away, okay?
I love it.
Come on, man. Right on time for us to call it. Moonlight, thank you.
Thanks, Amy.
And I hope you guys do it. Kay, message me soon for some free stuff. Have a great day, guys. You guys rule. We love you. We are so grateful that you got to spend some time with us. Greenie, if it's not on SoundCloud, we'll make sure it's on SoundCloud.
I told them I was gonna do it, but I didn't, and I will. I'm sorry. I'll get that done.
Sometimes we forget about SoundCloud. Oops. But we'll fix that today. And we will talk to you guys very soon. You're the best of all time. Thank you for everything you do and everything you are. We love you guys, okay? And with that,
Peace.
we're out. I think.
Being angry's in style. Never give more than you take. With 100 more signs, maybe we could be saved. You would think if we were dead, we would try, but anyway, what do we know? Everything goes right over my head. There's no heroes, all of them I know are broke or dead. Lose the ego, none of us will matter in the end. Are you ready? Are you willing? I can't shake this awful feeling that the bad guys are winning, and I can't fight a supervillain. Lying and we're stealing. I can't shake this awful feeling that the bad guys are winning, and I can't fight a supervillain. We don't care if you're happy, as long as you pay. When you're living in the past, who needs a passion anyway? What do we know? Everything goes right over my head. There's no heroes, all of them I know are broke or dead. Lose the ego, none of us will matter in the end. Are you ready? Are you willing? I can't shake this awful feeling that the bad guys are winning, and I can't fight a supervillain. Lying and we're stealing. I can't shake this awful feeling that the bad guys are winning, and I can't fight a supervillain. Are you ready? Are you willing? I can't shake this awful feeling that the bad guys are winning, and I can't fight a supervillain. Lying and we're stealing. I can't shake this awful feeling that the bad guys are winning, and I can't fight a supervillain. We don't need you to smile. We don't care if you're fake.